Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the show. I'm so excited for you to tune in today. I've been super excited about this podcast. We've been in the works doing it for quite some time because I know so many of you tune into the show to really listen about how to make more money, how to grow your business. And sometimes we can get really stuck in the strategy of it, right? As far as the tactics. But I often say that there could be broke beliefs or broke thoughts that are really keeping you stuck. That's what is going to prevent you from getting to that next level. So I thought, why not bring in someone who is highly regarded in her field, tuning in with us from Europe to share a little bit about the psychology about it, the meditation aspect that comes with building your financial acumen. And so I'm super excited to welcome to the show. And she gave me permission to just call her Dr. Didi. Dr. Didi, thanks so much for tuning in and being with us today.
Thank you, Candy. Thank you for having us. And hi, all your audience. Today, we're going to have fun together.
Yes.
I'm with my two friends. Yes.
I love it. And I think you have a dog on your lap. Is that right? I love it. I have a dog to my right. We are fast friends already. Everybody knows I'm a huge animal lover. So, oh my gosh, what are their names?
Sunshine, Moomin, and Lilybeth.
Oh my goodness. So if you guys aren't watching us on YouTube, you got to go just to see the cute puppies in the video. But thanks so much for tuning in and being with us today. I wanted to chat a lot about this whole thought. You have been doing meditation and really your life's work, really kind of focusing in on that and how that ties to money. And I don't think that that's necessarily a very common thread, right? Oftentimes we talk to people who were Wall Street or that, have this economic background and it's all about the tactics and the charts and the moving average. You have a very different philosophy. Can you maybe just summarize your philosophy and how you think some of these modalities that you've really spent your life work on applies to money and finance?
Yes. When someone having financial issues, it's really a lot of pressure on them. And people who haven't been there may not realize how bad it could feel. And I was there. At that time, I just got married and gave birth to a baby son. And we were about to celebrate my baby son's first birthday. My husband passed away on the New Year's Eve. A sudden pass away with a flu then. And at the funeral, I learned that I inherited $3 million, not in cash, but in debt.
Wow.
All his friends took away all his assets, land in beachfront lands and everything, and left us with the debts, the $3 million. At that moment, my son stood up for the first time and wiped away my tears. So I realized that I had to stand up for my son as well. So someone said I had to bring myself together. So I went to meditation. When I went to meditation, I thought meditation is about I can put my mind focusing on cursing someone who harmed me. So my mind actually went out and trying to curse that people. The moment I saw my mind went out, it diminished, it disappeared. The moment you can see your thoughts disappear, you know the freedom. Normally, when we are ignorant, we are the slave of the outside situations that people break your hearts, things like that. But when you're less ignorant, you are still the slave of your own emotions and thoughts. But at that moment, I saw the total ultimate human freedom that you can be free both from outside and from within. That moment, I know that we can achieve anything. And then they asked us to sit down. After the walking meditation, we had to sit down. And I had the pain in my leg. It was my first time meditating. And I said, when is this going to stop? When is this pain going to go away? But then it increased. At that moment, my mind and my pain separated. And I saw the pain as if it was in somebody else's leg. And at that time, I thought, what? The pain becomes something that was rising, passing away in someone else's leg. And the moment I could live with it, it disappeared. At that moment, I learned that, oh my God, with the debt and all the issues that you're having issues with, the more you put the energy towards it, the bigger it becomes. But then again, because it bothers us, so we keep thinking about it, we keep bringing it back to our thoughts, and that's how we increase its power. From that moment, I realized that yeah, fine. I can live with the debt. And I saw that I heard a lot of people lost their husband. A lot of people lost their father. And it was fine by me until it was my husband, my son's father. The thing that hurt us is the feeling that it belonged to us. So I saw my mind was reaching out to grab that this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Seeing your mind reaching out and grab something without knowing anything about spiritual at all, I learned that that is how we create our own suffering. That moment, it all disappeared. And I knew then that I could live with the debt. So within 7 months, I paid off all my $3 million debt and earned triple more. Since then, I gave free meditation to people 6 times a year. I rent the whole hotel, give them free food, free accommodation, 3 days, 7 days for the past 28 years. In
Wow.
order that other people will have the same experience and get over their whatever issues they have.
Wow. There's so much to unpack there. I was writing notes on what direction I wanted to take because I know the listener is right. We're sometimes caught into the details. And I want to make sure that we capture one thing that you said was that we create our own suffering. Like I literally had chills when you said that. And I want to go back one step further before, because I don't want people to get lost in this, where you mentioned $3 million in debt. Now you have a baby to take care of, right? You're on your own.
Yes.
And how long ago was that? Just so we have context.
Believe it or not, 28 years ago.
28 years ago. Okay, great. So your little boy's not so little anymore.
Yeah, not so
That's
little
great.
anymore. So at that time I was 26 and now I'm 28.
Yeah,
And
I love me too.
so 20 years passed.
I love it. Okay. So 28 years ago, you're obviously in this place now, looking back, you're able to talk about it. And if anyone's not watching and they're listening to you, like you exude such lightness, like not just lightness in not heavy, but lightness in vibrancy. Like you can feel it. The second I like literally saw you on camera, I was like, oh, this is going to be good because you just have so much light emulate. So I think that when we talk about the debt, right, I 100% agree that the more we focus on it, the more it grows. And I also know that I'm sure there's people listening that have, whether it's 300,000, 3 million, or 30 million on their shoulders. And there has to be some things aside from just sitting on your couch and meditating.
Let me go into detail. Let me go into
Please
detail.
do, right? Because sometimes people have this delusion that they can do that, but it's both.
No. You're so right, Kenny. You're so right. And whether the debt is $300, $3,000, or $3 million, or 3 billion, it weighs the same thing when it happens to anyone. So you can feel as bad. But then people can go there and feel as bad but not doing anything about it. But the moment I saw my thoughts separated from my, the pain separated from my mind, I could actually take notes and write everything down as if it belonged to someone else. As if I was interviewing someone that, okay, what are your debts? Who is your banker? What is the interest rate? What is the collateral? If you lose this, how would it feel? Is there anything that you can talk to your banker that in order for it not to be the non-performing loan, can you reduce 80% cut off the principal and then waive all the interest? Things like that. Actually, the banks are so willing to talk to you. But then you just have to see your fear. At that moment, I saw my fear that I was so ashamed of having the debt. The moment I saw the fear and the shame I had on having the debt, it disappeared as well. So I marched to the bank, like as if I owned the bank. The feeling, you see, when you acknowledge something, that thing disappear. And when at that time, the worst thing was that someone I love cheated me as well. And you know what? When you are cheated, you will feel ashamed and you don't want to tell anyone. You feel bad and you don't want anyone to know about it. I want all of you listening there to realize your fear. Once you realize your fear, it will disappear. The next thing, actually, what happened was one of my best friends took the company we founded together at 25 years old. And I was so ashamed of, I didn't want anyone to know. So I ran away to my parents' house. I hid myself there. And then one moment I asked myself, why am I not doing the same business? Then I was giving myself so many excuses. That moment, I saw the fear again within that one day. And I said, oh my God, I'm not doing the same business because I fear that I might not be as successful as before. So why not? So actually, the only thing that's stopping you is your own fear. So face your fear, whatever it is, take your time, enjoy yourself, and there's no one to judge you, and you don't need to judge yourself. And so what if it's not going to be as successful as before? At least you will try and something good will happen. So the moment I saw my fear, it disappeared. I took the plane back to where I live and I set up 20 diamond shops straight away. So that's how I earned the money. I sell diamonds abroad, and I was focusing on how to make more money and how I could help more people. Whereas on the debt side, you write everything down, you talk to the bank, and you agree on certain small installment. And you let things done. You let your accountant to do it. And you don't look at any expense. Don't look at any negative thing at all. I took it out of my head. I cleared it on the first day. I got everything done. The bank gave me some of them gave me 80% cut off from the principal. And I would like to encourage all of you to talk to your banker. They are there to help you. They're there to help you. And if you believe that people are there to help you, they will. However, being able to do that, because even before I went to meditation, I was sitting with my sister in front of our house in the green lawn and the wind blew. At that moment, when my body touched the wind, I felt happiness. And I said, dearest sister, I felt happy. And she said, are you crazy? I'm taking you to the hospital. You just lost your husband and you have $3 million debt. You can't be happy. I said, but I was happy and I am happy. So if I to tell all of you to get over all that, you first have to be able to be happy at that stage first. So you don't need to wait until the debt goes away to be happy. You don't need to wait for one day to come. You don't need to say to yourself that if I have someone who loves me, I get what I want, or I have all the financial freedom, then I'll be happy. No, it's the opposite. I felt the happiness then. And actually, you know what? Your mind, your heart, your soul is happy by itself, but you were blocking it. And if you lift up the blocking that you're creating, it is the happiness that all you are. You are the light. You are the happiness. And with that happiness, I went through all those journeys. And if I can tell anyone that even at this moment, you're listening to Candy Valentino, who is so pretty, so beautiful, and your audience can be happy this moment, no matter what you are facing, and you are happy right this moment. Things will improve. Life that awaits you is so great that you can't believe that things are actually happening for you, not to you. And in a very near future, you will come and say that, oh my God, even now, Candy, if you look back, all the great thing you have now, because at the beginning, seems to be a negative thing. Yeah. And then you change your frequency and all that, and you turn it into a really positive thing that couldn't have happened without all those negativity. Because then I saw that with the things that seems like negative, then you had to adjust your frequency, adjust your thought, because there was no way out. The universe just give you no way out, except the only way out is to change your thoughts. So if you keep thinking bad thoughts, getting angry with people and blaming other people, there will be no way out. So the only way out is that you know that this is going to be good and everyone is good to you and everyone is minding their own business, doing things that they think is right for them, and they don't mean to hurt you or to harm you. They are great people. Everyone is great. And I want all of you to go back to your younger self and comfort that younger self of yours, to tell her or him that things going to be all right, things are going to be perfect and your life is going to be so good that you can't imagine that. I can't believe that I've come so far and life is so beautiful. And trust me, I've been through everything. And a lot of you now listening could be facing gossiping, backstabbing, ungrateful people who you love betray you. All the worst thing that you can imagine. I'm sure you've been through that, Candy, and your
Oh,
audience.
yeah. And I'm sure there's
right.
people listening going, oh, that's great to do, but it's hard in the moment, right? It's tough when you have those challenging times to look back and be like, or in the moment to say, I'm going to look back on this and someday I'm going to be grateful, right? Because you have to choose to feel that way, right?
Yes.
You have
Yes,
to
that's
choose
why.
it. And so when you were, if we go 28 years ago, some people could have stayed there for a very long period of time, right? Maybe they would have got through their own suffering at some point, but there may have been a moment of mourning. Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to my son? Right? All of those things would, I think, be normal thoughts. But it's almost like I saw this visual picture that I feel like you painted with your words when you said that your heart and your soul and yourself are happy. And it's almost like that we are naturally wired to be happy, but yet the expectations and comparisons and thoughts that we think about other people or other things or why we have something or why we don't is almost like what's dimming that happiness is kind of what I heard in a roundabout way you say. And do you think the expectation that you had that, you know, these friends shouldn't have stole my husband's assets and my business partner shouldn't have stole my business is what was actually causing you pain. And once you released that, you were able to go start another business right out of the gate.
Yes. And I can tell you one thing. The great thing happened real fast. Like the enlightening moment happened real fast. Like all your audience you can break through this right away, right here, right now. And great thing doesn't take time. It can happen right here, right now. Like at that moment, I was 26 years old and I had $3 million debt, but it was just a split of a second that I saw my thought disappeared. And I knew then that this thing will disappear as well. And in the future, I'm going to be laughing about it. And I'm going to be so happy about this. So why wait? Why not being happy now? And it's not just the logic, but it's the happiness that it came like a fountain of happiness inside. And that's what you experience. And like now you are experiencing the fountain of joy and happiness inside your heart. So it's immediate. So I would use the word like surrender or acceptance to the situation. And I can tell you that the paying off the debt was the easiest part. The more difficult part comes afterwards. I have to tell you that to all of you here, you will say that you allow yourself to a greater wealth. Please say that, okay, you allow yourself to have greater wealth. Because you're sacrificing yourself in order to be more have financial freedom. You're sacrifice a lot of things like that people might judge you or whatever. And you can say, okay, I sacrifice myself to have financial freedom. Let's say that. Like these two friends of mine, they came to me because at that time one of them had $7 million debt to this couple.
She's like, hi, that's me.
Yeah. They were doctors. Can you imagine the two doctors to be really have financial freedom, but they also inherited a lot of debt and they couldn't solve their issues. So when I met them, I told them that say something like, it's common for everyone to have whatever you feel comfortable with. Like at that time, I made them say things like, it's common for everyone to have $5 million cash at bank. It's common for everyone. So you have to make yourself comfortable and you know that you're a good person. And if you have that resources, you will help more people.
Yeah.
And why would you let bad people have, or not unkind people to have the resources? If you're so sure that you're good people, then why don't you allow yourself to have the great things? And then they said to me things like, oh, but their parents told them that money doesn't grow on tree. Money is the root of evil. I said, no. Money comes from everywhere. Money grows from earth, rise from earth, comes with the wind. It comes with the rain. Every time the sun shines towards you, it's like money flow to you like the sunshine is so abundant, and money and wealth and financial freedom comes to you. It doesn't select who it will give. Whoever open up to the sunshine will shine on you if you go out and accept it.
Yeah. So you shifted language, right? That's a big thing, right? Because if not, that's going to keep us in fear. So to your friend that was $7 million in debt. So you, at first, if someone's listening and is like, okay, Dr. DD, I'm in, I believe you, this resonates with me, but I still have this big weight on my shoulder, right? I'm going to do the work, right? I think sometimes we get stuck into the how to, like, how do we do that?
Okay.
So
Yes.
how do
Can
you
I elaborate?
start?
How do
Please.
you do that? How do you do that is that you have to be mindful with your thought. So in Asia, when they want to catch the monkey that come to steal thing, they will bring a coconut, cut off the head of the coconut and put the peanut inside. The monkey will put its paw in the hole of the coconut and grab the peanut. And then it could not take the fits out because it's holding the peanut inside the coconut. That's what I mean. The monkey stuck in the coconut until the farmer catch them, because the monkey hold on to something of its desire. So all of us, we are not ignorant as the monkey that holding the peanuts. We can realize that at this moment, are you holding to which peanut that is capturing you and holding you back? So you can see that thought with the mindfulness. That's why Candy is so intelligent apart from being so beautiful. You ask the right question, that how meditation or mindfulness help. Because if you keep watching your thoughts, noticing your thought, observing your thought, you can see that, oh my God, I'm holding my desire that I want those negativity to go away from your life. Once you see that thought, you can let go. And then you will pick it up again and you let go. Pick it up again and you let go. And you keep doing that like you're playing game, police, and you catch the thief that your thoughts run away. And Candy, think about it. We all love ourselves. And why are we not being present with ourselves? Like we're missing our life for the whole life. Like we don't know what we're thinking. We don't know that. Because I picked this up when I was in the meditation room on the first day at the age of 26. I saw my mind was reaching out for the thought as if I was picking up a knife and was stabbing myself with my thought. When I was angry with someone, I saw myself stabbing myself with my own thought. And I said, am I ignorant or what? That I'm just, the people who harm me, they said those things like years ago. And why are we so ignorant that we pick the things that some auntie said to you when you were young, or some uncle said to you when you were young, or some friend in your high school said to you when you were young, and you allow those words and you keep picking them up and use them as knife to stab yourself. And that's where mindfulness comes in use. How you deserve all the wealth, and wealth are coming your way. The thing you're doing is the game changing, and it will help other people. It's the thing that your higher self wants to talk to you, wants to tell you. But instead, a lot of people live their life not using their higher self speech. And the universe wants to tell you that you're loved. You deserve all the great things, and everything you want comes to you easily. Like the whole universe, the whole energy wants to give you everything. And the only thing that holding everything back, because someone put in your head that you can pluck it, as if plucking out the weeds in your garden. And that's as easy as that. And it's going to be fast and easy. Great thing is not difficult, and it doesn't take time.
I love that. I have one final question I want to ask you that we ask a lot of people on the show. I don't always ask it, but it's this thought process of, obviously you've rebuilt everything, right? So you lost everything and then some. You've rebuilt it all to this place. I have to find, do you still have the diamond businesses?
I sold it with a lot of, I earned, financial freedom.
Awesome.
Free.
I love that. Okay,
So,
good. I was going to be like, I need to see your diamond business, but okay, that's good. So you exited that. But now you've exited that company, did extremely well with that. Now you're on to helping other people achieve financial wealth. So if you were to wake up tomorrow and all of the wealth that you've built, all of the money in your bank account, the people that know you, your followers, everything was gone. The only thing you get to keep is the information that you've acquired and the wisdom that you have over your lifetime. You have nothing else. and yet you wanted to start to build it all back in order to achieve that wealth again, what are some of the first things you would start doing tomorrow?
Do the same thing that wherever you are, you know it so well. And I can tell you, all of you, that something that will create billions or whatever you need, financial freedom for you, is right before your eyes. It's something that you can do naturally. It's something that you wake up to do it naturally. And you enjoy doing it so much that it's even you have to pay people to do it, you will still do it. Like, I like to help other people to feel good. Like Tata here, the beautiful lady here, she came to me because she worked so hard and her shoes business sold so well. But at the end of the year, she only received 100 pounds profit. And she said, tell me what's wrong, what went wrong. And I took her back, and she found out that because when she was young, her parents told her that hold this 20,000 pounds because you might not see it again in life. And that stuck in her mind. So she was blocking her own success. And I said, yeah, change the word that every time you go shopping, you can spend 20,000 pounds on a fur or a jacket. And you can give, donate, to help other people at that level amount of money. And the next week, her shoes business start to sell 20,000 pounds a day.
Wow.
Following month, 100,000 pounds a day. Something equivalent to like $150,000 a day.
Yeah.
So she became the shoes tycoon of Asia before 30 years old. Yeah. She helped a lot of people, children, free school, hospitals, meditation centers,
Amazing.
everything with all those money.
I love that. You guys have told so many these stories. So the shoe tycoon of Asia, we call that a badass in US. That's awesome that you guys have all been doing so fantastic. And so I love this. Tell us where people can find, and is it Zoul?
Yes.
Okay.
Zoul in Apple Store and
great.
Google Play. Apple Store and Google Play. Or you can find it as at website soul.app.
.app. And are there information? You had mentioned these other retreats in your book. Where can everyone find those?
Yes. And it's all in there. And we will have a free, we actually have free live streaming meditation to guide people to meditate for free without you having to subscribe. And we will do the free meditation worldwide to invite people worldwide, maybe in Thailand, in the UK or in the US, and free food, free accommodation and free retreat. Now we have been doing it, but in a very small circle of people, like 500, 700 people. But now we want to invite more people to have free learning, free everything, free love, because everyone deserves it. And we just want to pay it forward, what we have received. Because when we went to meditation for the first time, we got it free as well.
Wow, that's fantastic. I love what you're doing. Oh,
want to pay it forward because actually I'm not like any meditation, but I have
She's always said she hates meditation.
I hate meditation, but it's the only way to have financial freedom. If now you're listening, you have any debt, trust me, it's always very easy when you can see your thought. Because in that time I have 7 million debt, but I keep thinking I'm always right in my thought. I'm doing well. I'm doing the hard job. I'm doing the perfect thing. I'm take care of everyone. But why this happen? Is something wrong? My thought is wrong because I always believe and have like ego in myself.
So the first thing I made her do is to go back and apologize to her husband and go down or apologize to him and say thank you to him every day, every night, and praise her husband and go back to her parents and ask them for forgiveness. And then love. First, it's very easy. 3 simple steps. First, love your family and send love to everyone. Hold no grudges against everyone around you. The most important people are the people you love and they love you. You just surrender to them that no matter what happened, it's my fault and no one has to be blamed, but please forgive me and can I start again? So if you go and surrender to your ex, your ex or your present loved ones and all that. And then you're free. You set yourself free. Forgiveness is for yourself, not for other people. And the second thing is that you always keep your frequency high and in positive vibe and your intention pure. So you have to monitor yourself all the time that is my intention pure? Is my intention pure? Am I with good intention? So speak good word, think good thoughts and do good things. Why do you need to do good things? Because when you do good things, you will feel that you deserve this wealth. Without doing good things and donating or helping others, you won't feel that you deserve it. That's why people have paradise syndrome. When you see a lot of rich people and they make the money disappear when they won the lottery and things like that, because they don't feel that they deserve it. So I would like all of you, if it's a how to, step by step, make yourself feel that you deserve whatever you want. Like, go to and ask for forgiveness, or you just go and tell your parents you love them no matter what. Tell anyone, tell your enemy. And you can feel that you can hug your enemy. Someone that so close, you kept them close to your heart and they betray you. Hug them in your mind or whatever and give them so much love and so much love and joy goes around your body. And that's how you get the blessing from the whole energy. So that's how it is.
That is the key.
I love that you said you don't like to meditate, because a lot of people don't. I'm not good at it. I'll try and my mind wanders off. I'm like, stop thinking. And then the second I say stop thinking about it, I think about it more.
You know what, Kathy? Actually, that's why Zoul come along. Zoul is the meditation that you can enjoy your thoughts.
Oh, okay.
You have no need to clear your mind. And actually, the true meditation is no need to clear your mind. The more you think, the more you gain the wisdom. Because you know why? The more you think, the more opportunities for you to see that your mind ran out. So you get more practice. And actually, why you see that your mind wander out? Because you have certain concentration. The concentration was there. The meditation already developed to a certain extent. That's why you could see that you were thinking. Actually, people were advancing, but they didn't know when they saw their mind was running around. Actually, I would like to confirm all of you that you have been advancing yourself. And the more your thoughts run around, you know what? Even the enlightened monk, they even have to make themselves think about hair, about how dirty they think about a lot of things, so that you only obtain wisdom through the thinking, not manipulating your mind, because the nature of mind is to think, and we are thinker. So every time we think and we see it, we go to the next level. The next level of wisdom. So enjoy your thinking.
I love that. I got permission now to think while I meditate.
So now you can go to the Zoul app and you can think as much as you like, and you can have the wealth without financial freedom without being guilty.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I'm going to download the app personally, because if someone's saying I can do it when thinking, then I will try it. And I think that it's wonderful what you're doing. I think it's great that you're helping people, and that even your friends wanted to come and pay it forward. Like, it's so great. We need more people in the world doing that, because I do believe that money is an amplifier. Who you are, it's just going to make you more of it. So I always say, if you're a jerk, you're going to be a bigger jerk when you have more money. But if you're a kind, loving person that's generous, you're just going to give more and bless more people. So I love that you're doing this. We will link everything up at the show below. But thanks so much for coming in and spending this time with our audience. I know they loved it as much as I do.
Yes. And if your audience needs any help, let us know. At the moment, we do it in 17 languages, and all the free audio are in 1,700 free audio in there.
Wow.
All of us feel that abundance is for everyone, and it will not be depleted. Don't worry, it will generate more. And you know what? Someone said to me that, Dr. Didi, I don't have faith. He said he didn't have faith. I said, you do. He said, no, I don't have faith. I said, you do. He said, how do you know that? Because now you're standing on a big rock that is rotating by itself. There's no support behind, underneath this rock. And if you have that faith to stand on this rock, that means you have faith.
True.
So let's enjoy that faith.
I love it. Yes, I love it. Thanks so much for joining us and spending this time.
Oh, my love.
It was a pleasure.
All of you. And I hope all of you get everything you wish for. And remember, ask for great things only. Enjoy.
Great things. Love it. All right, guys, if you found value in today's episode, please leave us a review, subscribe to the show on YouTube, Apple, or wherever you tune in. Thanks again for spending this time with me today. We'll see you next time.